Hello, do you know that there is a best online learning platform? Feasible Science Ethics by Mrs. Nwachu Kuchika. With your mobile devices, insert the name of this channel Feasible Science Ethics. Most of our videos will automatically pop out. You can click the video, or at the top right corner, select Filter Channel. Select the channel having the exact name you typed. Then in the channel please subscribe if you haven't. Scroll up to see some educational videos you might need for your success. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, like and also share to others. Let's go.
Greetings everyone. Today we are going to look at probability. Probability is the measure of likelihood of an event happening or not. It is a chance occurrence of an event. Probability is widely used in sciences, in gambling business, in commerce and industry. They use it to predict the chances of things happening in the future. Now, the value of probability ranges from 0 to 1. It will not exceed 1. The value of probability will not exceed 1. And when the value of a probability is equal to 1, it means that the event is a certain event. An example of certain event means, for instance, the probability that all human beings will die is a certain event, because for sure all human beings will die. It's a question of time. Now, when the value of probability is equal to 0, it means impossible events. For instance, the probability that 8 days will be equal to a week, or that 8 days will make a week, is equal to 0, because 8 days cannot make a week. Now, when the value of a probability tends towards 1, it means that the event is likely to occur. But when the value of probability tends towards 0, it means that the event is unlikely to occur or happen. Now, there are some terms associated with what? Probability. Something like event. Event is something that happened. Outcome. Outcome is the result of an experiment. Sample space. Sample space, they are the set of possible what? Outcome. Now, we have two types of probability: theoretical probability and experimental probability. Experimental probability is type of probability which based on the experiment which you have carried out. In carrying out an experiment, you have to take down your what? Observation. Now, in theoretical probability, it is based on prediction. Now, we have formula we can use to calculate probability, and which is probability equal to number of successful outcome over total number of possible outcome. Remember that I said that outcome is the result of an event. The formula is number of successful outcome, you can say number of required outcome or successful outcome, divided by the total number of possible outcome. I hope it's clear. Now, we are going to see an example on experimental probability. Remember that I said that experimental probability is based on the experiment which you have carried out. For instance, example, in an experiment, a coin is tossed 10 times. The table below shows the outcome. A coin is tossed 10 times, and the table below shows the outcome. Now, a head is recorded 7 times, and a tail is recorded 3 times. Out of that 10 times, a head is recorded 7 times and a tail is recorded 3 times. Now the question says, find the probability of getting a head. Now remember that I said that formula for probability is equal to number of successful outcome divided by the total number of possible outcome. So for the first one, probability of getting a head is equal to Number of successful outcome for head is equal to what? 7 over the total number of possible outcome is equal to 10 because it is tossed 10 times. So the probability of getting a head is equal to 7 over 10. While the probability of getting a tail is equal to number of successful outcome for tail is equal to what? 3 over the total possible outcome, the same what? 10. So the probability of getting a tail is equal to 3 over 10. You can see it's very what? Simple. Now let's see another example under experimental probability. In an experiment, a die is thrown 50 times. The table below shows the outcome. You know that a die has 6 sample space, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in this experiment, the die is thrown 50 times, and these numbers were recorded. Under 1, we have 8. 1, it means that 1 appeared 8 times, 2 appeared 10 times, 3 appeared 12 times, 4 appeared 6 times, 5 appeared 4 times, and 6 appeared 10 times. Now the question now says, find the probability of getting a 5. Remember that the formula for probability is equal to number of successful outcome over total number of possible outcome. Now for us to get a 5, we now say solution probability of getting a 5 is equal to the number of successful outcome of getting a 5 is equal to what? 4 over the total number of possible outcome, which is what? 50. And something can divide 2 into 4, 2 into 50, 25, which is 2 over 25. So the probability of getting a 5 is equal to 2 over 25. Now the second one, find the probability of getting a 2. Probability of getting a 2 is equal to, under 2 we have what? 10, which is number of successful outcome, 10 over total number of possible outcome, which is what? 50. 0 can cancel 0, so we have 1 over 5, meaning that the probability of getting a 2 is equal to what? 1 over 5. It's very, very what? Simple.